Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, Smith in the Black, and we're going to start off, and it's another case of hurry up and wait if you get to the SPY. So what's going on here? So as I pointed out in the weekend video about a lot of the sectors and stuff like that, not a real big range on the month. And if you go to the SPY, you're going to see this. Still real tight on this month. Inside week. That needs to change, right? So we are starting to back off. We gap up just slightly and start to back off. And here you can see the 30-minute here, and gaps up a little bit, then comes dropping in, and now we got a new 60 coming here. But it's a whole lot of hurry up and wait because you got inside week. That needs to change as far as the SPY is concerned. If we go to the Qs, and the Qs also inside week, that needs to change. Not a big range on the month, which is a problem. So when you get this slight gap up, then back and fill. Now a new 60. We'll see what they want to do with them. But in general, we need to have those things break. When you go to the weeklies, Dow Jones Diamonds, and Dow was slightly higher last week, but now opening as an inside week. That needs to change. And you can see even worse on the Dow's range for the month, doing nothing. All right, small cappers, as we know, came out gangbusters, and then ever since, nothing. Opening week, yes. Ever since, nothing. Now an outside day, 1 bar rev strat day for small cappers, inside bar, outside bar. So we'll see. And then what that gives you here, whenever you have an outside bar, it's going to give you a broadening formation on a shorter time frame. And there it is, right here. So we'll see what comes of that. Not too much going on here. So we need these inside weeks to break, and that's just how it is. So on a Monday, it's important to understand that the daily and the weekly opening are the same all day, right? So we gain more information as time goes by. So one of the things I point out in the chat room all the time is that one of the biggest mistakes the traders make is they spend all weekend looking at charts, and they come in all gangbusters on Monday morning, and by the time the real move happens, they're already stopped out and nothing's going on. So we want to see what happens. Do we get our inside 60 in the SPY? What happens? When does this weekly break? And we're nowhere near breaking that. Until then, you can expect some back and forth chop. If we go to Boeing, so Boeing gaps up and holds, and if you go to the 15, you're going to see this. Here's what you can look for. So at first, you can take this, the inside 15 back to the downside, but it doesn't break the mother bar here. The mother bar is before an inside bar, any bar before that. So when this broke, you wanted to take this out, which you didn't do. So when it pokes down here, it starts to come back in, you cover this, but then this is a 2 down, 2 up reversal here, and then you can just let that rock. So Boeing inside in the 15 right now, trying to hold that gap up so far. You watch some pandemics with that, like something like a Wynn Resorts. And Wynn Resorts still got a little bit room to take that week, but you can see this here on the monthly. Outside, inside 312, above 94.38, and you're back above that. And so the good thing was you can combine that with the daily here. And when that breaks 95 on the inside day, it's also re-breaking that month here. So that tells us we can keep an eye on like LVS. How's that doing? LVS on a 2-2 day, 2 down by taking out the lows, 2 up reversal to start off the week. Still handling an inside week, but just like when you've got that inside month here above 41.02, which it breaks. So that's good. Let's get how that 60 looking on this. Inside 60. Here's the measured move. 2, 1, 2 measured mover, which reconfirms that month. Still an inside week, but a 2-2 day, and you got some more mileage to go take up all that kind of stuff. If we go to RIVN and Rivian, having a nice little day to start off the week, and we know just going public, but you can see this here on the inside 15 right here. Boom, off she goes. And so this thing picking up a little steam to start off the week. Cooling off right now, and you always want to be careful on a slow day that things are going to cool off, right? It's probably not going to pick up, but we'll see. AMEH. And AMEH having a nice little month. And so in the month, here's what you look for. The inside month, the poke up, the rev strat month, 1, 2, 2, But then you get a new month, and boom, when it hits here, that's a 2-2 reversal to the upside. So some people will be like, I'm chasing, it's up another 20 bucks. I'm like, where are you? Boom, into the highs she goes. So we'll see if that sets up again. What do you got here? Maybe on a 30. Inside 30. Right there gets you an AMEH. So we'll see if there's anything more to that. If we go to COOP. And COOP, handling inside week, so you're always going to be aware of that. You're also inside month and doji, going to be aware of that. But on a daily play, you can look at this and say, okay, well, I'm coming in on a Monday, and on Friday it was a 2 down. So I've got my Monday reversal, 2-2 reversal, 2 down, 2 up, and it happens on a Monday, which gives me a green week as opposed to last week. Doji on the month, you're going to be aware of that, how far this is going to go. You can see it makes the slight higher high and then quits. So you want to be aware of that. You want, if you can stay long this thing, you want it to stay above this. Otherwise, you have your higher high and your lower low broadening formation. Top will try right now. We'll see how that goes. If we go to MTTR. And MTTR having a nice little day. Inside week to the upside, right? Which reconfirms this. Inside month to the upside. So you got exhaustion risk by going into the highs, so you'd want it to stay up there, and we'll see if we can get ourselves something off the 60. But you know, as I said in the weekend vid, it's important to understand when you start getting into the back ends of the month or halfway through the month to be looking at monthly charts, because if you look at something like XLE, look at this. This is doing nothing. This is doing nothing. If you go to FAS, what's it doing? Doing nothing, right? So we want to be aware that why we're avoiding some places and why we're going other places, all right? We want to have nice long red and green bars on the month, come back into the month. If we go to Dollar Tree, Wynn goes to the highs. And Dollar Tree, nice gap up. And remember, we've been watching this all the way back here. If you go back in time, the outside month, the 2 down, the 3-2-2, it's still good. You have no lower low in the month if you're going off the monthly. And on the weekly, no lower low in the weekly. Now, inside week and gaps up. So we'll see if that can hold up there. It's had a nice run. And now coming in a little bit. Let's see if it sets up again. It does have exhaustion risk because now it's going into the highs. You can see this broadening formation clear as day. Higher highs, lower lows, boom, and off she goes. So right now we'll see if that sets up another inside 60 here. That would be at the bottom of the next hour, so we'll see how that goes. If we go to CREX, little guy, but gaps up and holds and just misses. Looks like it misses on the 60. Yeah, a little tricky here on the 30. Inside on the 30 right now, but a little shenanigan, and we'll see how that goes. On the downside, we still have Tesla's. Dump, Elon. Dump. Still selling. And remember, last week we had our 2 up, 2 down reversal week, right? And if that works, potential outside month, because it's red on the month. Then you had it gap down slightly and come back, but then gap up here and then boom, on the daily, 2 up, 2 down reversal back into the direction of time frame continuity, and that's still working. Now you just take out these lows, so you want to stay there and see if it keeps going. If you go to 60, you'll see here potentially the 2 down by taking out the low, the 2 up, boom. In the next hour, if we can take this out, this low, 2222 below 985 continuation. We'll see how that goes. If we go to the bonds, TLT, a little boring, but on the weekly basis, TLT, 2 up by taking out the highs, 2-2 reversal, boom, taking that down. On the month, not doing much, but it is what it is. It's a 2-2 reversal in the week for the bonds. We'll see how that goes. If we go to CrowdStrike, CrowdStrike having a rough morning. So here you can see this inside day, Thursday, Friday, slight higher high. Boom, Rev Strat coming back through previous range, stopping all these guys out and then some. And if that works, potentially you can come down here and take out last month's lows, because there's a 2-2 reversal week. 2 up by taking out the previous high. Boom, 2-2 reversal week right on that gap. You can take it right away. and what's called a continuity entry right here. The slight higher high, and then boom, as soon as that goes back red, you can hit it right there. Down she goes. Let's see if we get any good 30s in here. Still just marching down. It was an inside 30 down. So far, so good on the downside over there. If we go to BGFV, and BGFV to start off the week, higher high on Friday, lower low on Monday. 2-2 reversal, and it's a new week, so that gives that week red, albeit inside month to the upside, but you hit exhaustion by going up into here. So the question is, those buyers coming back? So far, no. Sold. So now we'll see if that goes inside on the 60 or 30 for anything more there. What's going on here with GoPro? Just watching my little fish finder here. GoPro still going. GoPro having a nice little month here. So always looking for those nice long green bars on the week and month. So GoPro coming up. If we go to American Tower, and AMT American Tower coming down, going after last month's lows, and you can see this is triangle layout. Up into here, 2 up, 2 down reversal on the weekly, still working, trying to come take this out. And the reason this is important is because it's part of a subsector that we watch. Right now, trying to rev strat 60 looks like, where the towers, SBAC and CCI, usually they all trade together. That's not what's happening right now. This is company specific. They are hitting American Tower specifically. So that gets my attention over there. If we go to Splunk, and Splunk having a rough one. There's your rev strat week. Inside week. 2 up. Boom. Coming the new month, or the new week, now hitting this outside month, having all sorts of trouble here, Splunk. Coming back to a previous range is something you always like to see because you know you're going to be stopping people out. And go down to the 30, a little close, but you can see that here. Inside 30, then another inside 30. We call that a sideways 60. Because if you updated it at a different time, that would be an inside bar. These two of that. But if you go to your 60, you won't see it. But because we know that that's true, we can see that from our 30. So we'll see if there's more to Splunk. If we go to TGTX, another gapper puker, and that's giving us the outside month 1 bar rev strat to the downside. All right. So you can see here, stop them out, shorts, and then boom, back to the range. So we'll see if this sets up again. TGTX, let's see. If we go to RGNX, RGNX having all sorts of trouble here, and you can see this here in the weekly. The outside week by taking out both sides. The 2 up, boom, 3-2-2 to the downside puker. These two become an outside bar of all that, and hopefully have more. And so far, staying down. Let's go to the 30. Going to see anything on the 30 here? Inside 30. Down she goes. Still inside on the month, but you can come back to this previous range. We always like that. If we go to Sava, and Sava here, remember this is the rev strat day. Inside bar, pokes up, boom. These two become an outside bar of that. If that works, it creates the inside, hold the inside week, and then you come in on a Monday, boom. Right there's your reversal on the week coming back down. We'll see if that sets up again. If we go to EYPT, nice little gapper here, and you can see this here on the 30, what you look for, the inside 30. 2 up by taking out the previous high, inside, boom, 2-1-2 reversal on the 30, and if that works, it triggers this, the 2260 reversal, 2 up, 2 down, boom, right here. Below 1825, trading 15, not bad at all. And one more for you, FRSH. And FRSH, just an inside day to the downside, and that triggers the inside week, 3-1-2 downside, right? So fresh having some problems, but for the most part, we need some inside weeks to break, and we don't have it. So watching them spies and cues and all that kind of stuff to see how do we break last week's highs or lows, or do we stay inside all week. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm up with a Smith Black Strat Time Report.